talk, more action!
この時を待ってたぜ
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy EmeryReigns here, bringing you another Dead or Alive 6 related video. The topic of this video is going to be the Virtua Fighter characters. As you guys know, the Virtua Fighter characters were in Dead or Alive 5. They were introduced as a crossover from the Virtua Fighter series, and they were put in DOA, and they were very, very good characters to be in the game. Obviously, they're not in this game, which is actually very upsetting for some people, including myself. Even though I wasn't a Virtua Fighter main, I didn't play any of those characters very seriously. I did have fun playing them from time to time, and I do know that there are a lot of top players and high-level players that did use those characters, as well as, you know, even the more casual people. So to not see those characters come back is definitely something that I can see why people will be upset about. So in case you guys don't know, Virtua Fighter characters are actually, they go really well into the game because of the fact that Virtua Fighter and Dead or Alive are very similar as far as the system works. If you guys know anything about Virtua Fighter and the system of DOA, you guys know that the systems are very similar. And because of that fact, I feel like they were the perfect characters to be crossed over into the Dead or Alive universe. So in Dead or Alive 5 Vanilla that came out in 2012, we actually got Akira, Sarah, and Pi as the launch characters for that game. Then later on down the line in Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate, they gave us Jackie as another character from the Virtua Fighter universe. And it's not like these characters were put into the game and no one used them. There was a lot of notable players that used these characters in the past DOA game. The Virtua Fighter characters actually went into DOA so well that if you didn't know they were Virtua Fighter characters, you would just think they were DOA characters because they just fit so well into the game. So I do think that them putting those characters back into the game would be a great idea for the series. Again, I know we just made a video talking about what I would like for the game and kind of like a wish list type of thing, but I do feel like the Virtua Fighter characters just fit so well into the game, and I feel like everybody at this point would really like them to come back. There were a lot of dedicated DOA 5 players that were, you know, at the top or even high level that used those characters. You know, we had JC Akira. Obviously, his name is JC Akira, so you know who his main is. JC Akira is a very, very, very talented player from Japan. He actually doesn't even play the game anymore, I don't believe, because of the fact that Akira was taken out of the game. JC Akira actually won an NEC with Akira. That's how talented he was with that character. And along with JC Akira, you guys also have Destruction Bomb. I know you guys are familiar with him. Destruction Bomb also makes a lot of DOA content. He travels to tournaments sometimes. Very talented Akira player, very knowledgeable of the game as well, and a big supporter. You also had Killy, or, you know, previously known as Killa. He actually uses Sarah as well, and he was one of the best Sarah players, if not the best Sarah player in the game. And then from Pai-chan, of course, we have Codemaster. Codemaster, very dangerous player, one of the most dangerous players I think that doesn't travel to tournaments. It would be awesome to see Codemaster out to tournaments, but, you know, either way, he was a very, very talented Pi player in DOA 5. Anybody will tell you he had the most craziest setups, and that's another thing about Pi. Pi just brought these crazy setups to the table, and she just had, you know, 11 frame mid, 9 frame jab. She was very fast, and she had a reset throw. She was a very good character. And then as far as Jackie, we have, you know, Jackie from the Virtua Fighter series as well, and then we know Crazy Steady used Jackie. Destruction Bomb had a pocket Jackie. Hoodless had a pocket Jackie. Jackie was another one of those Virtua Fighter characters that was very tricky. The thing I love the most about the Virtua Fighter characters is that they all seem to have some kind of a learning barrier. Akira, very high in execution. He's got his 1 frame knee. He's got his guard break of death. Sarah, she's just very in depth as far as how many moves and transitions she has. Pi, another character that, you know, you may pick up a little faster, but she definitely still has some technicalities to her. And Jackie as well. Jackie had his flash sword kick, which was very difficult to pull off if you didn't know the timing for it. And these Virtua Fighter characters that they put into the game, they were not easy characters to learn. They were not empty characters or empty shells. They were characters that had a lot of depth to them. They were characters that were, you know, generally difficult to learn, and once you learn them, you kind of had that sense of accomplishment. And again, I know there are people that stopped playing DOA because their Virtua Fighter character wasn't in the game. And even with the addition of Mai and Kulu from the King of Fighters series, obviously they're very, very canon to their King of Fighters counterparts. There was no difference with the Virtua Fighter characters. They literally put them into the game and they literally came out perfect. The main differences with the Virtua Fighter characters compared to like a DOA character, Virtua Fighter characters, when they put them in DOA, their down punch, their 2P actually would relaunch, so you were able to get a combo off by doing multiple down punches in the air juggle. Another thing about the Virtua Fighter characters that was different from a lot of DOA characters is they had a lot of frame traps. Jackie, Akira, Pi, and Sarah, they all had a lot of transitions and a lot of different moves that gave you different advantages on block, and that's something that's also unique to the Virtua Fighter series as well. There were a lot of moves in Virtua Fighter that give you advantage on block, whereas as DOA, usually usually the only moves that are going to give you advantage are going to be moves that guard break. And another reason why I feel like the Virtua Fighter characters would be really good in DOA is because of the fact that obviously the Virtua Fighter community does not have a new game right now. I don't even think there's any talk of them even creating a new Virtua Fighter game at this point. So, you know, I feel like it would be a good way to bring back the Virtua Fighter and the DOA community together. There were actually a lot of Virtua Fighter players that came over to play DOA when Jackie got announced, when Akira got announced. When they put the Virtua Fighter characters in DOA, a lot of Virtua Fighter players gave DOA a chance. I know a lot of them may not have liked it, but there were actually a few that stuck with it. So not only for us as a DOA community is it important to have these characters back in the game, but it can also bring a whole nother community over to our game. And again, guys, I know I just made that big long video about what I feel like I would want for the game in my wish list, but again, I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea of what I tried to say in that video. I wasn't bashing any character. I wasn't bashing Kula. I wasn't bashing Mai. I just simply stated that I just really don't like them as characters. You know, I think that they're cool as far as the way they fit in the DOA. I think they fit into the game. I feel like their fighting styles are cool and they're unique to the game. You know, they got projectiles. They have a lot of string cancels. But me personally, what I look for in a character, I don't see that in those characters. So when I go to pick up a new character, I'm not going to pick up characters like Mai or Kula. I'm going to pick up characters like Hayate and Rig. So again, if I offended anyone, if you guys' favorite character is Kula or Mai, I apologize. I didn't mean to offend you guys. I was just simply stating my opinion on how I feel about the characters. And it all comes down to the fact that I just want DOA to be the best game it can be, and I know you guys feel the same way. You know, like I said, Kula and Mai are cool, but you know, there's a lot of players out there who don't want to play those type of characters. I'm not the only one. But again, guys, I really do apologize if I did offend anybody. I did not mean anything by it. But a lot of you guys have known me for a long time. A lot of you guys are just getting to, you know, watch my content. A lot of you guys have been following me since back in 2013 when I first started streaming and making DOA 5 videos. So you guys know how passionate I can get about this game. But either way, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please be sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and leave your thoughts, guys. I really do love the fact that you guys interacted with my last video. Please be sure to leave your comments in the comment section and let me know how you guys feel about the Virtua Fighter characters maybe coming back one day. I appreciate it, guys. You guys continue to fight, and I'll see you next time.